Hey guys, this is Brendan Mejia from Power Rangers Dino Charge.
This is Jack Guzman. I play Danny Delgado as the Black Ranger on Wild Ford.
Hey, it's Mike Chen. This is the Gold Power Ranger from Power Rangers RPM.
And this is Steve Cardenas, a.k.a. Rocky the Red Power Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
My name is Peter Sudarso. I play Preston, the Blue Ninja Steel Ranger, and Marvin, the Red Hyperforce Ranger.
Hey guys, this is Tracy Lynn Cruz.
Do you like dancing and do you like Power Rangers? Well, make sure to come to Morphicon 2018 to the Angel Grove High School Prom. I'll see you there.
I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at the Angel Grove High School Prom Party hosted by that hashtag show. Looking forward to seeing you guys there. Come out and have some fun. Peace.
Come join me at the Angel Grove Prom at PMC 2018. I've never been to a prom because in New Zealand we don't have prom. So join me. It's going to be my first. Crown me, prom king. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
And I need you guys to make sure you join me at the Angel Grove Senior Prom at Power Morphicon this year.
And I want to see you at the hashtag show's Angel Grove Prom at Power Morphicon.
I want to welcome you to the Power Morphicon Angel Grove High School Prom. I'm looking forward to seeing you all. It's going to be fabulous. Dress up, and we'll see you then.
It's like the most awkward. It's like so awkward. You know, it's one of those things where I know we're on air. I know. Thank you. It's one of those things that are just like, you know how like when you meet somebody for the first time, you don't know what to say.
Yeah.
But you do that times 10. It's so strange to me.
So that's how
anyway.
Like,
I mean,
every time?
the first time I was ever approached for being recognized for something was in a bathroom. And he was there.
That's weird.
Yeah.
And they're like, and
weird.
I was like, yeah, when I put my wiener away and, you know,
Wash
fluid is exiting my body, we can do this after. Anyway, thank you. Hey guys, welcome to the Retro Ranger
Didn't
wrap
see you
up.
guys there.
Hey, didn't see you guys there, yeah. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to be talking about the Ninja Encounter. Now, this is historic on many fronts because we get introduced to Rocky, Adam, and Aisha. So we're going to be going through all of that. But I am Joe, as it says on the bottom of this screen.
Yep.
This is Elle and Daniel. Nope,
reverse that.
So we're here live at the Comic Bug in Manhattan
We're
Beach.
live.
Now, thank you.
Yeah.
And all right.
Everyone
Next time in conjunction
thank you guys,
together.
appreciate it.
Here's the thing. So we're going to be doing this live here at the Comic Bug in Manhattan Beach. It's our new home, and you can come and join us live. Toku, who's in the chat right now, Toku Kid was live with us last week. Oh wow, thank you. I was halfway kidding. He was with us yesterday. So Toku Kid got a prize for being here. He got an autograph from Tracy Lynn Cruz. But guys, come down and join us because we are live. And we like to just build up the Ranger community right here in the good old Southern California. We like to call it the home of Power Morphicon, the home of Power Rangers. This is where Power Rangers started.
Yeah, that's where it started.
Actually, not too far from where I grew up is where Angel Grove Park is. Mm-hmm. So we used to go there as a kid before it was actually Angel Grove Park.
It was like on La Cienega?
Yeah. Where the oil fields.
Yeah.
It's so random, but it's true.
Park is huge.
The park is really good. You can go hiking there. There's a lot of fun things there. Guys, let's take care of a little business first. Is that Miggy in the background? I don't know what background they're talking about.
No.
That's a TV screen.
That's
in the
Spock.
background.
There's Spock in the background, not Migdalia. Daniel, what is the THS Hashtaggers group?
THS Hashtaggers is a group where you can get with you as a like-minded geek can meet other like-minded geeks and talk about like-minded geek stuff, which means talk about Power Rangers, talk about anything in comics, television, film, gaming, board gaming, video games, doesn't matter. You'll be able to talk about it right there, just like we cover everything here at Hashtag. And also, sometimes you'll get to break some info before anyone else does, before we even put it out on our website, which is a great website, www.thathashtagshow.com.
That was a good spiel.
Thank
I
you.
like
I did. I went
Now,
for it.
now it's your turn to rebut that. Can you do as good of a spiel about the about the T Public store? So I'm wearing our Deadpool shirt from the T Public store.
I'm not wearing
I
a
don't
T-Public
know.
store,
I
but
just
it's
know that's
related.
where you could get t-shirts.
It is.
And there's sales every once in a while.
There is.
I feel like, is there one now? I saw your cosplay.
Oh, there is a sale.
Yeah.
Wow. Because someone told. Okay.
For 13 hours, there's a sale. So
I hate you.
right, you get that discount.
Yeah,
Save
there's
on-
cool geek T-shirts. Usually there's a graphic that comes up, but our producer's slacking today. There's no graphic. Oh, now it came up late. Maybe I'm delayed.
Never mind.
I could be delayed.
Never mind.
There's some cool. My Deadpool shirt's in there. You can get that.
Yes.
It's
I tell you, I need a new one.
It's at. You remember that time you sold it right off your back?
Yeah. Like
What?
Okay.
So we had just
made
got like a run of 12 just for the cast. Look at that. We already got a super chat. Just wanted to say what's up. Gonna see Deadpool. You're gonna like it, Toku.
It's
I think
really
you're gonna like
fun.
it.
I'm surprised for like a sophomore movie.
You know what,
Yeah,
Deadpool?
right?
This is off
More of the
subject.
same, but still really good.
And it reminds me of like a well done, like not another superhero movie, like one of those parody movies.
Yeah.
Except done really good.
Better. Yeah.
Anyway, we were at WonderCon like 3 years ago or so, and we had just got these shirts made,
Yeah.
and this is our first run of T-shirts. Literally, like we only had like 10 made for our cast.
Yeah.
And a dude comes up to Daniel's like, "Hey, like, where'd you get that shirt?" And he's like, "Oh, these are like exclusive for like hashtag show. Like, we only have like these for ourselves." And he's like, "I'll give you like $30 if I could just buy it from you right now." Daniel took off the shirt and gave it to him.
But
Oh,
the
man.
$30 went to hashtag because we were selling pins and other stuff anyway. So it was like, sure, here you go.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Shirt off your back. That's
Yeah.
the kind of friend that you are.
So it is.
Except you had to pay for it.
Yeah, except you.
Hey, it's a little bit of nudity, you know. You feel kind of exactly. So I have to, pay me to show it.
Do you know that we are technically, I think it's 94 days away from Power Morphicon?
That is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How close is that?
I just had a great conversation with Scott Zillner. We are officially getting Johnny Young Bosch to play the show. He's gonna be doing an acoustic set.
Oh, wow.
He's gonna be playing
Come on.
not the show, I should say Angel Grove Prom. There's a lot that's going on. I just talked to a guy that's building our booth. You know about our booth,
Yeah.
right? The guy that's building our booth. Everything's coming together quite well. I think he just got the seats. People aren't going to know that until they get there.
Yeah.
It's
Well, this is also the cool thing right now with the whole Johnny Young Bosch thing. You're gonna actually get to meet him. Like you just saw him
Right?
and now you're gonna see him. And you're like, oh my god, and you're gonna see him perform. It's great.
I'm super
great.
excited.
Yeah, right.
I can also confirm Tracy Lynn Cruz will be coming to Angel Grove Prom. She's looking for a prom date, I think.
Ooh.
Sorry, Tracy, if you're not. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think that obviously we'll go into more about Angel Grove Prom a little bit later. But the last thing we got to talk about is the super chat, which Toku Kid just used. The super chat helps us keep track of your comments, so we don't take them out of context. They also help support the show. And they really support everything we do here, because everything we do here is really for you guys.
Exactly.
So that is that. Now, so we have the Cookie Face Army. We got to talk about this, though. The Cookie Face Army, it was crazy because the Cookie Face thing just kind of took off.
Yeah.
The Cookie Face thing and the Illuminati thing are the two things that have taken off on hashtag show. You don't really have a gimmick. You're just Battlestar Galactica.
I'm just Battlestar Galactica. That's me.
And you're just LT.
Yeah.
LT like Lawrence Taylor.
Sure.
You should have a drink or something.
Like
Actually,
like a T,
LT,
like an LT.
Like just like actual tea?
No, like
Yeah.
you know, they
With,
have,
like, in tea bags?
Like how they have Long Island tea. You should just.
Oh, okay.
Can
Oh,
have
I
an
could do
LT?
that.
I like that.
That's not a terrible idea. It's crazy how these. Why is the T Public thing still on my screen?
I was kind of wondering the same thing.
I was like, why is T Public?
Like it's been there. Like
Well, we really want to advertise.
We really
that
wanna
you can
advertise
get
these
your
cool
nerd
t-
T-shirts.
you only got 8 hours left, so it's gonna be on there the whole time.
Sale, so. Enjoy
yeah.
this ringing endorsement.
check out the T Public store. I do want to talk a little bit about Morphicon, not so much the prom, but actual Morphicon. So I just want to tell you about what we have going on at Morphicon. So this year, anybody that was there 2 years ago knows that we made a big impact with the Power Ranger Pokemon Go shirts.
Oh,
that was a
yeah.
big thing.
I was there last year.
Those things sold like crazy,
Dude.
except for Team Instinct.
Oh wait, where's my shirt? I could rep it
It's in
right
his
now.
car. It's in his car. You should
And
rock it.
is it black? Because I'm actually
It
not
is
wearing.
black.
I'm not wearing a black T-shirt today. I feel out of uniform.
It is black.
Oh.
We did. Yeah, that's
Oh
fine.
yeah. Okay, I'll fold them. I'll fold
Yeah,
them.
we did sell more of those shirts during Free Comic Book Day.
Oh, dope.
I mean, and listen, the way that we do shirts here at Hashtag Show is there's a limited run.
Yeah,
you're
that's
not.
it.
Besides a Deadpool
We're-
shirt,
we're pretty
you're
much
not
just
necessarily
like-
gonna be able to get those again.
Yeah.
What was the other shirt that was like super limited?
Doctor Strange.
Well,
Oh, that's the one.
I feel like
No,
those are
those are
unlimited.
unlimited.
Like,
Yeah.
we're giving those out for
We
free
even
at
know,
this point.
yeah. Not Doctor Strange. Oh my God.
The Darth Vader one is super.
Even though we made it with a whole vintage look, it's gone.
Yeah,
Gone.
Daniel Nagami's like the Darth Vader one is one that's like never coming back. There's,
well, people can get it now. They can recreate it.
they can get it recreated, but it's not the
but
OG.
original. It's not the OG. The OG you will never get.
Probably didn't sell that great, but
No, well, it was cool. It came out with a vintage look. It's still.
You have to put it in the washer and dryer like 1,000 times.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much to get where it was.
But all right. So that's pretty much. We have a lot going on, but we have these shirts that we have coming out are exclusive to. I don't. You'll see them soon. The shirts we have coming out for MorphCon are going to be exclusive to just MorphCon. We might do a small limited run on TeePublic, just so people have a chance to get them, but it won't be very long. And as of now, there's going to be 6 different shirts, and they're all Power Ranger related. And for those of you fans that want Power Ranger diversity, I guess there is no MMPR. It's going to be. I can tell you, it's going to be it's going to be different seasons because we feel like those seasons should be supported. So that's that.
Okay.
What are you most looking forward to at MorphCon? You've never been.
I've never been, so I'm looking forward to just going, I
Are
guess.
you going to cosplay as Rita Repulsa from the movie?
That would be super great.
I would love it.
I would love it. And she loves gold. I feel like we have a kindred
See, it's
relationship.
connected immediately. Gold.
Well, Daniel Nagami already said he's going to cosplay as Squat. We
Okay.
got Josh cosplaying as
Baboon.
Principal Kaplan.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
Cool.
That's
cool.
good. I like that. I like
Josh totally should be Principal Kaplan. Let's
Yeah,
be real.
you really should.
He should come to Angel Grove Prom and be like, "Detention!"
Yeah.
But also with like a toupee thing that you could like easily
Yeah,
remove
like it
and
just
knock
moves
off.
all the
Like,
time.
that
It's
would
always
be
it's always in a
amazing.
different way.
Yeah. Well, and then Tony looks like Audrey Dubois, the original Yellow Ranger. Says
Oh my
that she
God!
does.
I saw that. I saw the pilot, the pilot intro. It blew me away with Audrey Dubois. I was like, "What the? Where's Trini? Who is this?" And then I was like, "Oh wow, this
Doesn't
is
that look
weird."
like Tony?
And then the moment where Billy's head turns into a dinosaur for a moment. It was so good, so bad, so great. All of it all at once. I was like, man, I would have loved to see what happened.
All right. Well, yeah, me too. I mean, that's an interesting cast. I think that Twee, who actually ended up getting cast, was probably, no offense to Aubrey, was probably a better choice for the dynamic of the group. I felt she kind of fit in a little bit better.
Definitely.
That's your favorite?
Yep.
How do you feel about her leaving, by the way, at this point? Like, we're almost on the verge of her being gone, like, because her
Yeah.
character.
Well, I know that, you know, the pay discrepancies or battles are, I'm like, no, you guys should get paid more. You do your own stunts. You guys are working
Exactly.
super hard. You guys made this a franchise and it's crazy popular. And by the second season, asking for a raise is not
It's not
uncalled for.
By that time, they already shut down Universal, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Universal was like during season 1 when
Yeah.
Tommy was the Green Ranger.
One of the biggest events to ever really happen in LA was there, Universal Studios,
I
due
went
to
to
the
that.
Power Rangers.
I did too.
I went to that.
I did
Like,
too.
Is that the one
dude.
with the light reflectors, or they're like more light? And that's how you like help the audience like joins in on this battle thing?
Oh no, you're thinking
No.
of the. Are you talking about the stage play thing?
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking.
No, yeah,
I went to that
something.
too.
We're
Okay.
talking about the
Yeah, but
live.
that is
we're
that.
talking about the live thing at that moment where Jason is up top and like he's like, oh blah blah, he's talking. Then he flips down and comes down. You're like, whoa, this is pyrotechnics up and everything. And it's live on stage and it's all of them.
what?
And it was just really like a kind of meet and greet thing.
Oh,
But
that's
it
cool.
was. It became huge.
It was crazy
one of
because
the
they
biggest
shut
things
down the
ever.
101 freeway.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
I
this
remember
is something way huger than
Yeah.
I thought it was.
I remember I was there and I was in the park and it was crowded, but I remember being in line the whole day with a couple friends, and we got into because they extended the showing. I didn't think we were going to get in, but they extended the showings because they had like 3 different showings, and we ended up getting into the last one. It was super cool. They actually gave us these. It was pre-signed, but they gave us these autographed pictures of them that were pre-signed. I actually
that's
still
super
have it
cool.
somewhere. But it was amazing. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Here's an interesting thing. Let's talk about the business of this a little bit. Do you guys think it's weird that Saban just sold Power Rangers to Hasbro for $500 million, and a lot of these actors aren't seeing like a dime?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Saban, get it together, dog. Like, here's the deal. I can say whatever I want because they're gone
Yeah.
now. To me, that's almost like owning a sweatshop, right?
Yeah.
Do you think Hasbro is going to be like,
I hope-
Saban,
I hope
you
they
did a
can-
good idea shooting in New Zealand? Fuck SAG. And they just continue to go? Or do
I
you
don't think so. I think that
they're gonna
because
bring it back
Hasbro's
here?
under a bigger microscope than Saban is. I think personally they might go SAG and they might bring it back to Los Angeles.
I
that would
am
be
so
great.
excited for that because
That
I
would be
think they would
amazing.
really change. Exactly. One is set visits. Two, I think they would change the way they do shoot it, and it would just. They start shooting in local areas, and you're like, "What? Oh my God! Hey, that's blah blah blah. That's here. That's there. That's there."
Right, signing up just to be extras too, to be on set. That'd be amazing.
It is incredible to me though that a dude like Saban can like get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Like he made this thing, and all these actors that kind of like were blood, sweat, and tears that gave him all this money didn't make a ton, and it's just like you sold the company for $500 million.
Saban is
And like
the
your dudes, you're the people that got you there aren't getting paid like anything.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad. Like it's one of those things where it makes you really think that like, yeah, man. At the end of the day, maybe Austin, Twee, and Walter were kind of like did the right thing, but realistically, I mean, I guess when you're young and you just want to get out there,
Right.
and better for his career because look at him now is JDF and Walter. I mean, JDF and David and Amy Jo.
True.
So it's a little bit a mixture of both. I don't fault JDF and his group for staying, and I don't fault Austin and his group for leaving. I do fault Saban for not paying them enough, and I think
that's always been the issue.
And it sucks too because and these are kids, right? So for a dude to kind of be like, for a guy, hey, can you stop messing around, you morons? Jesus Christ.
Mr. Kaplan popping up out of nowhere.
Trying to have a serious conversation with idiots over here. So I think that with
rub him?
with the way let me just tell a Jeddah story. So we were at a Karaoke Blue once, and there was a girl that was trying to leave, and he wouldn't let her. Yeah, there you go.
Or
This already does not sound like a good story.
The creepy handhold.
The creepy handhold, and he kept trying to hold her hand. Jeddah stories. Hashtag Jeddah stories. But I think that with the way that Saban kind of built his franchise,
right?
He did it almost like a supervillain, like a corrupt supervillain.
See, the thing is, Saban is the king of reappropriation. All right, I'm going to take something that's already been made. I'm going to add some few things onto it. It's like P. Diddy when he said that we invented the remix. It was like, no. Saban invented the remix. Man. He came, he took it, he takes something that's already exists, changes it up a little, shines up some stuff, and then puts it right out. And people are like, oh, this is great. And it was. And he just, okay, this formula works. I'm going to keep doing it. But when you do that, you do realize, being that level of an appropriator, that when it comes time to become rich, you're not going to help anyone else out.
So the insider Blackwing says Time Force was actually the first SAG season. That's actually not true. I actually just found out yesterday the first SAG season was actually Power Rangers in Space.
Oh, really?
It was Power Rangers in Space. It was Tracy season. That was the first SAG season. That was when they flipped. They had to flip the show because SAG rules. The way the SAG kind of works is if you have a production, and most productions actually love that. So, and Josh has probably been on crews that have done that, where you're non-union, and then your show gets you get SAG validated and you flip union. It automatically grandfathers the whole crew into being a union.
Oh, dope!
And I believe that your union dues come out of your check, right? Your first check, right?
Yeah.
So, and that way, because I don't know how people know about unions. For SAG in general, to be a SAG union actor, you have to, if you don't get flipped on a show, you have to get 3 SAG vouchers. Those 3 SAG vouchers are extremely difficult to get.
Yeah.
When I was an extra in college, though, I was on a show called Boston Public, and I was a featured extra, but I got sick, and in doing so, I ended up getting, they offered me the SAG vouchers, all 3 of them. And I was like, man, I can't do it. But I never wanted to be an actor anyway. So it was a little bit of a thing. But with Power Rangers, when they got to Turbo, they had to flip the show because it was getting so much notoriety. After the acquisition from Disney, which was, Wild Force was half Disney, half Saban. It was a transitional season. So everybody, they've let the Saban crew finish out the season,
right?
But it was under Disney's banner, and behind the scenes, actually, there was a lot of tension because all of those people that were left there didn't necessarily have a job when they got back.
So it was pretty much were they also working with the other people who you talked
pretty
about
much the people that are going to replace them? Yeah.
Yeah, you talked about that last.
Yeah. So it's a bit of an awkward transition, but Power Rangers was technically only SAG from Space all the way to Wild Force. As soon as they got to Ninja Storm and moved to New Zealand, you get around SAG unions because you don't have to have SAG actors. So you cut your union costs all the way down, and it's a lot cheaper to film. Now you have to think about something. Not only is it a lot cheaper to film, and by the way, the ones that set that precedent, though, a lot of people want to blame Saban. That was actually Disney, because Disney was the ones that moved the show there.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
So, yeah, right? Of course.
But they would know.
The
Yeah,
mouse,
exactly.
the mouse is like, how can we exploit this?
Right?
Hey,
Once again.
don't ever talk trash about Disney to me.
Oh, come on.
I'm Disney branded. But here's the deal. So what ended up happening is you have non-SAG all the way from Ninja Storm until now, actually. It's all non-SAG, and then they moved to New Zealand. It just changed the whole format of the show. And actually, for quite a while, I think the whole Disney era, they tried avoiding hiring American actors because of flying them out and stuff. So what they did do was they hired actors from Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. So that was a little bit behind the scenes of like the union stuff. Now with Hasbro taking over, there's a chance it can keep it in New Zealand, but I think that you're going to kind of want to go towards the realm of integration. And I think with that being said, I think you're going to want to go SAG. And I think that since they have such a big deal with Paramount, that they're more than likely to go SAG. My guess, at least. But who knows?
Right, especially if they wanted to continue doing movies and everything,
Right.
they would
Yeah.
have to.
I mean, I do know that Beast Morphers will be in New Zealand.
Oh, okay.
So, and we don't know if that's going to be for 1 or 2 seasons, but I'm sure we'll all find out very soon. Well, at least in August. So, there's that. But anyway, we got into this tangent about this because of the 3 new faces we get introduced to, which is Steve Cardenas, Johnny Young Bosch, and Karen Ashley. They come in to replace Austin St. John, Twee Trang, and Walter Jones. Now, guys, how much do you remember this episode?
I remember this episode. I remembered it vividly. So seeing it over again, I was like, oh, this is the part. Oh, this was this. This was that. I kept pointing it out through like all 3 episodes. I remember them.
See, I don't really remember it that well because my brain just skips to the movie that was released with all of them. And when they change from dinosaurs to regular animals.
Right.
But I don't necessarily remember this, but it was very like Ghostbusters 2 in the beginning where I was like, what is going on? Like what? I don't know.
Because then it was like, oh, look at the Black Rangers are the ones I want. And then after that father bumps the thing when the thing runs into the. I loved it when it was going down there. Hey, 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 and like. They even did bad voiceover for them on this episode because it was like they were just sitting there like this, and then the voice, hey, hey, hey. I was like, he's not saying anything, and then after that he gets up and walks over. It was, but I loved it. This scene right there that's being replayed. The flying
and they knocked
skates.
down the ladder too with a guy on it, and
Poor guy.
realistically he would have like broken something, and everyone's just okay with it.
He fell down. He's like, whoa, like that. It was like, why?
So let me ask you guys something. Did you think, or did you know, that when you get introduced to these 3 kids that they're going to be new Power Rangers, or did you think that they're just expanding the cast to having new friends? Because Richie Nail's essentially gone, and so is Curtis.
Yep, that's what I thought. I thought it was just expanding because, like we said,
It didn't throw you. It didn't. As a kid, it didn't make sense that they were wearing red, black, and yellow.
No, because once again, we had the other people that we saw that showed up, and they were wearing like red and like, and I was like, oh. So once they gave me the red herring before, I was like, I'm a smart kid at that time, and I don't trust it. You're just showing me somebody else. But then we
That's
found
true,
out,
and it was
no.
like subtle though, because like the red was like a more burgundy. The yellow was just the sleeves, like weren't you?
Yeah, she's like, oh, look at my
people could wear
sleeves and my
colors.
denim.
It's not
Yeah,
exclusive just to them.
So we talked a little bit about how we would start noticing the voiceover actors, the stand-ins.
Yeah.
This is where you get it a lot. Now,
It's
noticed
definitely 100% noticeable, but mostly because Jason's voice too, where you're like that.
You want to
that
imitate
for
it?
Sure, no, I can't.
You want to imitate it?
Okay. Hey, what's going on over there? Good morning. Excuse me.
There we go.
I have to be really quiet in this classroom. Like it was like, whoa.
It was
whoa.
very over the top because he has a very
Yeah.
distinct voice.
And
Austin.
no one can mimic it. Zach's was
No.
really good though.
Zach
Yeah.
was.
Like,
I
it was like-
think Zach was actually. Zach was like, I'm scabbing right now. I'm just gonna show her. Let me get some work. And he just went over there.
I may have talked
think
about
that's
this
what
last
Walter
week.
did.
You can remind me if I did or not. A lot of people may or may not know this. Originally set to leave was only going to be Austin St. John and Walter Jones. Twee was actually a last-minute addition to leave.
Yeah, you did mention that.
Wait, so what was it like? Walter and Austin? They were
Actually,
talking?
It was supposed to be
actually, no,
solidarity. They were all
solidarity.
supposed to
All
go.
6 were
That's what I
originally
thought.
to leave together. All 6 were originally to leave together, and then 3 were like, you know what, I think it's best if we stay. And then one was on the fence, and then one was like, you know what, I'm leaving with them, and that was Twee that was like, I'm going with them.
See, I want to actually have an interview with Walter.
I mean, realistically, it's easy for us fans to say like, oh, so and so was right or so and so was right. The truth of the matter is we weren't there.
That's what I'm saying. I would love to have an interview with Walter and just ask what was his side, like,
especially being that young and being into this and not necessarily knowing where it's gonna go.
Yeah, because
but
then you're just kind of like, okay, well, yeah,
I'm working really hard, and I'm kind of finding out through other people that maybe I should get paid more because this is a huge franchise now.
I mean,
that's why
morally, I probably would have left too, but like financially, if I probably would have stayed. So
yeah,
but really they were big stars. Like they might have had offers from other people at that point, being young,
which
and
they did. So there was actually once Twee, Austin, and Walter left, they were actually going to do another Tokusatsu style show together.
What?
Gosh, I can't remember the name of it. Stall while I find it.
I saw the one of them flying. I'm sorry. Do you remember that? Jetting. Yes, I remember jetting.
Oh, that was so weird. Where it's like, why can they suddenly fly?
Yeah.
Like, why haven't they used these
And
powers before? And why don't they just teleport? Like, I don't understand.
Well, no, they couldn't. They said they couldn't because where they were trying to teleport to, there was like something kind of restricting them.
They could teleport to the dark dimension.
What do you guys think the reason was for creating jetting?
Because it was a clip that already existed and they had to use it.
So there was a show that was going to be called Cyberforce that they were going to do together.
Was Cyberforce ultimately Cybertron or something?
I don't know.
It's very G.I. Joe looking.
It was supposed to be the. Rumor has it that it was actually going to be. They were the original cast of the VR Troopers, and that was.
That's what. Oh, see.
So.
Because VR Troopers.
But then that would have been kind of weird too, right? Because it's still a Saban-owned property.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe they would have gotten their money. I don't know.
It could have been. I mean, but it's because it's all under the same production house. No matter what you do, they're still gonna have to get to a point where they're like, yes or no. That's how much we're giving you. Oh, that's.
What else do you guys remember from this episode?
My gosh, what I remembered versus what I did recently see. What I do remember, one thing that I was really excited for, but I guess it's out of all 3 episodes, was the flower monster.
Oh,
I don't know
the
why.
I just
always remember him doing like this, and then the wind would blow the flowers, and and the wind would blow the flowers. That's all I remember, and I was just like, I just want to see that.
Guys, ready for some fun facts in this episode?
Oh, let's go for it.
All right, let's talk about some of the errors. At the beginning of part 1, Jason and Trini's stand-in's face can be seen briefly from the side and the front, respectively.
Yeah.
In part 2, before Tommy kicks Hatchosaurus, he asked where he went, even though he was facing the monster before asking the question. In part 3, Kimberly calls Billy and Tommy by name in front of Rocky, Adam, and Aisha.
Oh yeah, I picked that up too. Where I was like,
unmasked.
you have one. There's not that many rules.
One.
And then at the end, they totally disregard everything.
Oh yeah, here go the helmets.
At some point during the battle between the Thunder Megazord and Hatchosaurus in part 2, the Dino Megazord appears from Hatchosaurus. In part 2, Zordon told Tommy to destroy Cardiotron.
The heart thing that reassembles itself.
But Tommy was never seen at any point destroying Cardiotron. The song featured in the beginning of part 1 is entitled She's Got the Answers. It was written by Ron Wasserman and was also featured in Sweet Valley High.
Oh my god.
Another Saban produced show. Jason David Frank was in that episode as well.
Because they mentioned the song, and it's just, oh my god, I love this song. Right? And then never again. It's just like with the flying. It was like the jetting. Oh, then they've never done that again.
But even the song where it's like getting meta, where it's like, hey, is this actual pop culture references? Is this like they're trying to expand it to be like, they actually do live in this world?
Yes. It was like, oh my gosh.
Another fun fact, Jacob Anderson was played by Jacob Frank, Jason David Frank's first child from his first marriage.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Wait.
Jacob Anderson.
Jacob Anderson, the baby? That was
Jason
JDF's baby. JDF's son.
What? I did not know that.
Jacob Frank. Rocky, Adam, and Aisha would wear the same exact outfits from the episode while showing Alpha a pre-recorded message of them wishing him a Merry Christmas and Alpha's Magical Christmas.
Yes.
So this must have been shot like really close together. Part 1 of the story is the first episode which employs no Sentai footage.
Oh yeah.
As we begin our first in which none of the Rangers appeared morph.
Yep.
Well, they make up for it in the other episodes.
Yeah,
There's so many monsters. Ugh.
Yeah, they were just taking stuff from other episodes, putting it together. and I was like,
Rocky, Adam, and Aisha would become the first people to ever learn the Rangers' identities outside of the Rangers themselves.
Yeah.
Besides, first episode. This is also the first episode to use archive footage of Jason, Zach, and Trini from previous episodes to hide the fact that their actors have already left the show from popular departures. Among the footage used was two heads are better than one, recognizable from Zach's flat top.
Yeah,
and
his
some
haircut
of
is a big thing.
and some of Songs of Guitardo, which was recognizable from Kimberly's guitar. Now, to match the footage, Billy also wore his original glasses, and Tommy wore green, despite now being the White Ranger. He also tied his hair in a ponytail before teleporting to the command center.
Oh, that's true.
In some scenes, the stand-in actors used in place, obviously you knew that. The Terra Blossom conjures up Hatchosaurus from Birds of a Feather. The footage of the giant-sized battle also was drawn from this episode. Hatchosaurus is also able to speak in this episode while he couldn't in the previous appearance.
Okay.
At some point, you can see the original Megazord from Season 1 footage. For the second time, the Rangers neglect to destroy Hatchosaurus Cardiotron in their first engagement. The Hatchosaurus is the first monster to take a charge slash from the Thunderzord and survive.
Oh, yeah.
An earlier broadcast of Part 3 the song Babysittin' Boogie by Buzz Clifford was featured during a scene in which Bulk and Skull attempted to change the baby's diaper. Later, for broadcast and DVD Netflix version, it was replaced with Bulk and Skull background music, presumably due to the copyright issues. In the third part, Bulk and Skull, who have been wanting to discover the identity of the Rangers the whole season, particularly didn't come up with any plan this time, since they were taking care of baby Jacob.
Yeah.
And ironically,
super cute.
Adam, Rocky, and Aisha do. So those are fun facts for the first episode.
Jeez, man.
What do you guys got? What do you guys think?
I don't know. I like the Bulk and Skull whole B story that was going on through the three of them. I feel like it really like humanizes them. And still, like when they're chasing like the baby carriage too.
Oh yeah,
they get kind of jacked up. And then Kimberly like laughs at them, like, "Haha, you didn't catch the baby." We're like, "What? What a dick move!"
I knew you would say that. When
Kimberly is such
when they started when they were skating down, I was like, "Okay, oh wow, hey, they're getting."
And Bulk and Skull's like, "Oh my god, a baby! Like we have to go save the baby. Like they have good intentions. They're good people."
Once the tumble started and they fell into the bushes, I was like, Elle's already gonna be like, because once I saw it, I was like, Kim's gonna laugh. Sure enough, we see the baby. Look at you, you're over there doing nothing. You guys are horrible. And I was like, Elle's gonna be like, wow, here she is, a mean girl again.
Right? It's like they're trying to do an honorable thing, like seeing this baby that they have no connection to. They're like, we need to save this baby. They didn't succeed, but I feel like the effort was definitely there. They hurt themselves in an effort to like save this child.
It's one of the most important things.
They did.
Exactly.
And Kimberly still mocks them. And I'm like,
they were not rewarded for it, and they were mocked.
Kimberly's such a mean girl, right?
She really is.
Dang, dude.
But
like,
everyone's first crush, right? If you watch Power Rangers.
She's definitely mine. And man, she's still pretty gorgeous. Like, it's crazy to me. I guess you never really get over your first crush, right?
No, guess not, because
it just don't happen. Who was your first crush?
I don't know. That's actually really
Johnny
hard.
Depp.
No,
Hogan.
that wasn't until later.
Hulk Hogan?
No. It might have been from Power Rangers too, because everyone liked Tommy.
Your first crush was from Power Rangers?
I don't know. Like how I'm trying to think back.
We're talking about first celebrity crush, right?
Yeah, celebrity crush.
Shoot.
See, I don't know.
You don't know who yours was either?
I don't know.
I think mine was Amy Jo.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like most guys that watch Power Rangers.
Or it was Kelly Kapowski. It's one of the two.
That makes sense.
But looking back now, I think I'm more of a Jesse guy. Jesse Spano.
I'm so excited.
Like, Jesse Spano was smart. Beautiful. I don't know.
She was. Jessica was very smart, and exactly. Anyway.
But do you think in Power Rangers it was meant to be like all the guys were supposed to have a crush on Kimberly and not Trini? And Trini was like the best friend.
Yeah, she's like the equivalent of Billy.
Because
nobody likes Billy either, but he's like the sweetheart, the smartest one. So.
Yeah. It's true. Nobody really likes Billy. I was gonna think about it, I don't know.
Nobody likes the nerdy ones, but see, like even for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like Donatello was my favorite.
That's
he
it,
kicked
right?
ass with a stick.
Yeah.
Like everyone else had real weapons, and he had a stick, and he was smart and built all their stuff. So.
I mean, are nunchucks a real weapon?
They're mini sticks.
There's sticks on a chain.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
There's sticks on a chain. It's pretty much.
I don't know. Bruce Lee makes them look like real weapons.
Well,
so.
Bruce Lee makes his hands look like real weapons. So that's a.
The man is a weapon. Or was.
Sure.
Yeah, it's interesting to me now that we're talking about this. It's very interesting that because Iris has cast the show since season 1, so it's interesting to me how they kind of formulated doing that. You know what I mean? Like trope. It's very tropey. Like if you go back and watch other seasons, other iterations, they definitely have like hey, you're this archetype. You're the smart one. You're the pretty girl. You're the this. You're the that.
Yeah, you're the friend. You're the jock. You're the smart one.
But it does
You're
evolve
this
eventually
cool
over
guy.
time.
Yeah.
But most kids' cartoons, because now I'm thinking of like Chippendale Rescue Rangers, where it's like the one girl was
Oh
the
my
smart one.
God. Okay,
like
that's
she has
the
to be the
thing.
smart one, so that's like the treaty. Kind
That's
of
like
thing.
the big thing when that happens all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I had noticed it, and I'm just like, yep.
The
It's
Rescue
there.
Rangers.
Yeah, you ever watch that?
Like
I
with
used to-
Gadget?
Yeah.
So many people had a crush on Gadget.
Yeah,
like,
it was
as
a weird.
It's a weird thing. You had a crush on Gadget too? From Rescue Rangers? All right. There's a ton of people.
Gadget was hot, man.
But she was very humanoid looking. Like, do you remember Space
Is this
Jam?
Jessica?
That was the
Yeah, I
one
was just
bun-
gonna say
Oh,
that.
Like,
whoa,
they're,
whoa.
like,
Space
very-
Jam, that's a problem. That's a problem
That
for a
was
lot
a
of
weird.
males.
That
That's
was a weird
it's a
thing.
problem
Like,
for a
she's
lot
a
of males.
rabbit.
That's all I'm
She's a
saying.
rabbit, but very. I don't know.
Oh
I
boy,
can see it. It was
because I
weird.
dreams.
Anthropomorphic characters is so weird to me.
Yeah.
It's so strange to me.
But the women are always more sexualized and more
Were you
humanoid
never,
looking.
did you never find an anthropomorphic character attractive?
I think I did. Like,
So weird. You're
It
weird.
is weird.
What?
It is
You're
weird.
strange.
That's
But
not
I
strange.
think
That's
it
a
was
little
like.
different. That's called bestiality.
Well, is it? Because it's slightly humanoid.
Hey,
That's,
I grew up with Little Mermaid, and she wanted to date someone from a different species. I thought it was normal.
There you go. There you go.
Little Mermaid is half human though.
Dude,
But she's
so
mostly fish where
bestiality
it counts.
definitely. So that means bestiality when it comes to Beauty and the Beast is definitely bestiality, right?
Where did this conversation go?
Our producer,
Anyway,
our
back to
producer
Power
walks away and
Rangers.
comes back, and he's like, "What did I walk into?"
Yeah, this is strange.
Anyway.
Yeah, everybody has their first crush. Is all I was saying. I don't know how we got into this weird talk about
Scorpina.
Lola.
I think
Lola
Scorpina
Bunny.
may have been mine.
So strange. Scorpina was your first
Oh
crush.
gosh! Oh, Scorpina was hot. Still, like you look at it
She's
now.
in like 3 episodes.
Yeah, but you look at it now, she's still like, yeah.
Except when she grows big.
Oh, when she grows big, yeah, then it's like,
And then she's not a woman anymore.
because then she's like a monster.
I find that so strange.
You know?
I find that kind of weird.
Why? Scorpina. How do you find Scorpina weird? Like, what? She was like scantily clad, and but she still can kick ass. It was great.
I mean, definitely Kimberly. I was like a Kimberly guy.
Like the bad girls, not the mean girls.
Now that I'm thinking about it, probably my first crush was from Baywatch.
Was it David Hasselhoff?
It was.
It had
not.
to be. 'Cause,
I don't know, but even when
it's
I was
the
young,
Hoff.
like it definitely. Momoa was one of them. I remember Baywatch Hawaii when that came out.
God.
Oh, he was
Okay.
so cute.
Okay.
Wait, do you like Momoa now or Momoa then?
I like them both because I think nostalgia factor of Baywatch, but like, man, he aged well. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I don't know if he would be
Let me tell you.
Did you know that Jason Momoa was also a big fan of Power Rangers?
Oh,
I was
really?
gonna, yeah.
He almost got into a
man.
fight with him. I'm not allowed to say that. I'm not allowed to tell the Jason Momoa story.
Maybe
Oh
later.
boy.
But it's interesting. Now, also in this episode, we get what? Scorpina was pretty hot. Yeah,
And see,
they're both
people-
weird. I get it.
What?
Wait,
Oh, we're
what does
both
that say
weird.
about Lola too? See, it's a thing. You can tell,
Hey, Lola Bunny was fine. See,
right? Like Gadget. Like if boys watch that, it's like
Venus,
Gadget's
Venus from the Next Mutation. I remember her. Yeah.
Even Inside Out, they still do that. Like the little female
Gross.
things were like more humanoid looking than like the purple squiggly and
yeah,
like the red
yeah,
square.
that's true.
I don't know.
See, I'm
You guys
telling
are
you.
strange. So in this we also get the
Anyway,
we get a snake.
Yes,
I'd
a
have
wooden
freaked out.
snake.
Hey, well, it turned real, right? Eventually turned real.
When
But, like-
wooden snake
but the wood snake is there a lot
Whatever
of
you
like
said.
innuendos with that? Like I don't know. It was weird. Why have that? Why not just make it a real snake to
Well,
begin
didn't it
with?
eventually turn into a real snake?
It did.
Yeah,
it
but
did, and
it's
it was like crawling all over.
Well, the reason they did
Aisha.
it, the reason they did it is for what all television does. We need a counting clock. We need a
true.
clock that oh my gosh, time's wearing out. But if they really wanted to make it happen, they should have just been like, all right, here's some power, and you're all evil now.
But
Instead of
also,
have to
why
wait for a
didn't he
snake to
just
bite you.
Make them evil like he did with the Dark Rangers, with their like super crappy outfits.
Well,
like,
I
just
think
make
That was
them
great.
Evil.
I actually want you to cosplay as one of those first.
Actually, I probably, if I could get a whole group, I would.
Would you really?
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
2. There's
oh.
3. There's
wait.
4.
There we go.
Yes.
We got people that will wear those crappy.
I will be
Power
any
Rangers
color
suits.
because I actually really love those costumes. Like,
They were just-
and I do crappy cosplay all the time, so that appeals to
Do
me.
you?
But yeah, I make things
It's
out of.
not crappy. It's like
Homemade.
I was like Thor with like CDs
Oh
on
yeah,
my
that's
shirt.
right. She put CDs on it. I remember that.
Like cosplay has gotten a little too intense, so like fuck it, I want to do all
Indie
the
cosplay.
Indie cosplay.
Yes.
There you go.
We were just talking about you and your cosplay last night, actually.
my thrift shop
Well,
cosplays.
about
thrift shop Thor.
Cosplay in
thrift shop
general. It was an interesting conversation about how like you're really in for it for the love of like the characters in the cosplay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I only
yeah,
cosplay
yeah.
characters that I actually like.
I mean, it's
And I
not.
tried to be
It's not for Patreon. It's not for.
Yeah.
Oh, hell
It's not. It's
no.
not lewd cosplay.
That stuff still weirds
You
me
should do
out.
that for the next few episodes. You should just make your Power Morphin cosplay.
It's like a ski mask, and
During
I'll
the
cut
show.
some like uneven eye holes.
But then you have to put,
Just sew
then you have
the-
to
sew a
cut-
shitty Z
Yeah.
on it.
But
Oh,
then you
man,
have to
I'm
cut away
so
like
down.
that see-through kind of material underneath it, so
Yeah.
it's like
That
covering
mesh.
the eyes and the mouth.
Do you know what they
Yeah.
almost look like? They almost look like a worse version of the Foot Soldiers from Ninja Turtles.
Oh, yes.
A really
I could-
crappy version of the
Yes.
Foot Soldiers.
Those were great.
No, but they look like crappy,
Crappy Foot
versions of the
Soldiers.
Foot
It looked like
Soldiers,
it looked like cosplays of the Foot Soldiers, like from really bad. No offense, but really bad cosplayers.
Yeah,
And
like ones that can't sew, that have to like use super glue to like.
You gotta start off.
but it also makes
true,
it also
true.
makes Zed
heat
feel
gun,
like,
there's-
oh, this is what you created. Like,
Where's
you're Lord
Finster?
Zed, man.
Like Finster.
Hey, Finster
bring
had
him
been
back.
missing for all of like the whole season,
Yeah.
so
He's been gone.
there's
And
definitely
then
a reason why, and it,
you
and it
guys-
shows in the work.
And I forgot that we have Squat and Babu still peeping through a hole, watching
like, oh,
everything.
Yeah,
Like,
and why? But wait.
Is that
That's
all
another
you
thing.
guys do?
Do we
Still?
ever get it established why they're like hidden away and peeping through a hole?
because
They don't
they're-
know
they're-
Zed.
Yeah, and they're defectors essentially. They're like, okay,
Oh.
Rita is all we care for. So I don't even think Zed knows that they're there. Like he's like literally he has to have somebody clean. You're like, I found some guys back here, and he's like, I don't care. You know, like I don't get it because they're just back there the whole time.
Recycle footage. I think they just keep.
Well,
Well, because it's
doesn't-
American footage. Though.
It doesn't
It's the
quite make
American-
sense to me that like throughout the whole season their story arc is peeping through a little hole to watch Lord Zed doing what he's doing. Give Jason your bar a call. Like, what was the motivation behind peeping through on Zed?
That
And
dude,
he's just
I
like,
just want to know. I want to know.
This is creepy.
They're like, so you're gonna
Maybe
still have
they're
a job
learning from
to peek
Finster
through a
also,
hole.
because Finster gets Finster in the comics gets super creepy.
Remember the pigeon rat?
There's literally, oh man, we're making a Finster shirt. It's a parody of a Saw shirt with Jigsaw.
That would be super great.
We
wanna
are.
play
But
a
you also
game.
need like Squat and Babu as like the pigeon rat, like
Yeah, the
sewn back
pigeon
to
rat
back.
sewn back to back.
They're just like,
I think that Finster's menacing. Finster's menacing.
Yeah, I can't look at him as grandfatherly, like crafty
oh, not
figure anymore. No, he
not
is like
anymore. Oh, no.
psychopath.
And then there's a reason why Lord Draken loves him. Like he's like
Finster
sees him almost
5?
like yeah, he sees him like a father figure, dude.
He's gonna be
Should do it.
Finster 5.
Finster 5.
That's so creepy.
He
He's
sees him
like,
as a father
maybe
figure, dude.
Draken is just kind of like, I don't want this guy fucking with me. I gotta give this guy a prominent role.
Because if I don't kill him and I keep him around, I have to make sure I keep him around into kind of make him feel like he's an advisor.
Yeah.
Because if I sleep, he'll sew a pigeon in my face, and I'm not going for it.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not getting a pigeon sewn in my face.
It's interesting about this. So here's another fun fact. So this in this episode, going back to the ninja encounter, I actually thought it was pretty smart that the way that they did the reveal of Billy's helmet, mainly because like that fog was placed perfectly,
Yeah,
right over his head.
Yeah.
So that shot, whoever was the cinematographer, the camera guy in there, had that perfect shot.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was purposeful or if it was like kind of everything else of like we just got to get it done. We don't have time to clear out the fog. Like just go.
Just go. Just step in. Go.
And then what? And then also, I don't understand also why. We got on the super chat, by the way. Go Power Rangers.
Oh, hey.
It's from Mary. I can't say her last name. Mary
Jur.
The cool thing. Thank you so much, Mary. Cool thing is, one thing is, even in Power Rangers, they never call each other like, hey. They don't have code names, right?
Like just blue,
Yeah.
red, green.
I would
Like
say
why
like,
wouldn't?
hey, Blue Ranger. Like I would just immediately jump into
Or
that.
just say the
they were
name,
like,
like, hey,
oh,
Blue.
Billy, are you? What's my name for? Like I would have been quick. Why you say my name?
like punch him in the
Yeah,
We
arm.
only have 3 rules.
Yeah.
Kimberly.
She's like Billy. He's like, shut up.
But also they're like in a cave, and the other 3 seem pretty cool. Be like, hey, we gotta take care of something. Can you just step outside the cave real quick, or like just turn around, like just turn around real quick?
I love when Trini came down to save the teacher, and he's like, "But what about the kids? They'll be fine." And she
Yeah.
goes away, and he was like, even when they landed back, he was like, the kid, I gotta go," and she just laughed.
Right,
And he
I'm
was
like, teleport all
she's
of them.
right,
What
yeah.
are you doing?
He was the one thinking
Who
of
made this
everything
decision?
down the way. Was it Alpha or was it Jason who told everyone what to do?
I don't remember.
I don't remember, but I thought it was weird that Trini would only take the teacher, take all of them back.
No, it was Zordon. Zordon told her, "Yeah, you're gonna come in, and you're gonna take them out, and blah blah blah."
No, I think Zordon's getting a little
big-headed.
Yeah, like nothing makes sense. He's just giving instructions. Like he's actually like still building another ranger secretly for himself. And he's like, "Yeah, you got it. Don't worry about it. I have other things to do."
Yeah, they're like, "Oh well, the White Ranger, it could have been you." I know. That's all he thinks, and he's just like building another.
Do you
one.
think at this point though? Now, I mean, the White Ranger is definitely he's the leader per se.
Well, he's even told he's member.
He's a leader,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, he's definitely the leader, but
Definitely.
do we think that we understand that is he calling shots here?
Not quite.
Not on his episodes.
Do you think,
Not on
as
his-
from just coming from a character perspective, do you think it's mainly because this is an awkward situation?
during this time,
Jason, we should talk.
Yeah, during this time where like so Austin St. John's leaving, Walter's leaving, and like all these people are leaving, and he's like, I don't want to be on camera telling them what to do right now. I really don't.
I think it would have been hilarious if when Zordon's like, "You are the new leader of the power team," and then you hear just like Billy go, "Awkward."
Yeah.
And Jason's like, "Oh shit."
But then later, when everyone else leaves, I feel like Billy should be the one like, "Yo, I've kind of been here the longest. We all know Kimberly don't count.
I actually
so
thought
I
about
feel
that,
like
too.
I should be the
She
leader."
barely even does anything.
Yeah,
like she'll show up.
I
Everyone,
mean, between
she's
the
like
two of
Kelly.
us-
She's like Kelly Kapowski. She's barely there at moments.
Billy just turns around and is like, "All right, let's be real, guys."
Right, I've been here. I make all the inventions, and Kimberly don't know anything. Tommy's super forgetful. We know this. I
Oh, yeah,
feel
that's
like
right.
I should be the leader. I'm throwing that out there.
I'm the
Throw
most
it out there.
responsible.
Yeah, I'm the most responsible. I made a car fly, guys.
Yeah.
So I
Right?
think I count. I think I count for something. And like you said, Tommy's forgetful. Where are you right now, Tommy? Look at it. He doesn't even know.
And he never wears his communicator.
Yeah.
He's like, you can't even get a hold of him.
Can't get a hold of him. He's always practicing kung fu in the park.
And he's not in school.
Yeah.
Not with
Oh,
anyone
yeah, that's
else.
He apparently
No one knows.
only goes to school when he has powers. I mean, that must be the power coin getting him
Oh my
motivated
God.
to learn.
Yeah, besides the powers, he's like,
How
I'm
did
too
the dude
depressed.
become a doctor is what I think. Like,
I don't understand how he
eventually.
did. Because I'm like, did you graduate with the rest of them? I don't know if you did.
He did. Well, he didn't go to his graduation. He was racing cars, and that's clearly empowering.
Oh,
He totally
God.
skips out on his graduation. We'll get there.
There you go.
Skips out on his graduation. It's just racing cars.
Is
Everyone
he
else
an actual doctor though? Is he like a doctor of philosophy? Because I can still
He's
believe that.
an
Actual
archaeologist.
doctor or a doctor of philosophy?
All like
But
Indiana
that was also,
Stuff.
but like, I'm sorry, that was super mean
That's
for anyone
so
out there.
messed
But I mean, like,
Whoa.
I'm thinking of
That
like a
is so
surgeon.
messed up.
Like in my
Like,
head,
an actual
I know,
doctor
I
or a
know.
doctor of
Oh,
philosophy?
I'm so sad that this is film live. I'm
Yeah,
like,
right.
Can we just like cut that out and like throw that away?
Oh, my
That's
God.
gonna be. We're gonna take this.
Oh
one.
my god, this is gonna haunt me for the rest of my life now.
How many doctors? How
What's
many
out there?
doctors of
Yeah,
philosophy do you
right.
actually know?
Actually,
any.
I know one person who actually majored in philosophy and then got his master's in it.
But
he
a
is not
doctorate.
doing
But a doctorate?
anything. No, he's actually thinking about it. It's Moy.
Who?
I can say his name. Moises. Remember the guy that used to always dress up, had the mustache?
Oh yeah, vaguely
Wait,
remember.
Yeah.
a twirling mustache?
He has a twirly
He's
Oh,
a
he has a
mustache.
look.
hipster.
Okay, good
He's
for
a
him.
pretentious hipster. I love the guy. But he's going to get his doctorate, and we're like, so what are you going to do with that? I don't know. Because you're not going to do anything with it. There's nothing you can do. You're going to have to teach
I
philosophy.
love that
That's
you
it.
just totally. Is he like a real doctor? Like
I know, but oh god, regrets.
great.
Oh my
No,
God.
but like, okay, so is he
America.
Oh, he's an anthropologist doctor. So he's like Dr.
He's an
Jones?
archaeologist.
Like Dr.
Yeah.
Jones.
Okay, not like a surgeon doctor, not like.
He's not performing surgery. I hope
Okay,
not.
thank goodness, because I would be like, no, he cannot work on other people. He cannot give.
You know,
them,
there
like,
is a rumor though, and this
like,
is
I lost
this
my
is
Like,
one
I
of
just
those-
don't want him to affect other people's lives as a doctor because I do not trust him as like a surgeon.
like,
or
pass me the
a
scalpel,
general
there is-
practitioner.
there is a fan. We should do this as one of our fan theory Fridays. There actually is a like rumor that when eventually like he gets cloned to
Oh,
being
that
the White Ranger.
different,
They're
like-
saying that when he got cloned, he got sent back in a time, and somehow he got back in a time, and that he was a smarter one, became the doctor, and dumped
And then
Tommy.
dumped- yeah.
to
Became a race
soft drinks.
car-
Yeah,
oh.
became a race car driver. There is a thing out
You
there.
know, we should have you research that theory and then bring it on for.
Hey, what if I
the
told
next
you?
theory.
What if I told you Tommy gets cloned again in a future episode of Power Rangers?
No.
We'll see.
I mean,
What?
maybe it's like Back to the Future with like different.
You'll see. You already know the
different
story.
Plots.
So there are different timelines of Tommy's. Like, well, then that would give us an opportunity for the Lord Draken.
You'll see.
Just saying.
You'll see.
The other clones sitting around like, I'm doing nothing but driving race cars. I'm going to take them back, you know?
But overall, we know that this ninja encounter, we have 3 new... It's also strange, too, because throughout the course of Power Rangers, or throughout the course of Rocky, Adam, and Aisha, and Jason, Zach, and Trini, I don't think the 3 the groups of 2 ever intersect.
Oh, really?
Because if you notice, when they do, at the end of the episode, when they kind of do their whole... like ninja karate thing.
Yeah.
It's only Tommy, Kimberly, and Billy that are like cheering them on.
Oh yeah.
The others are just off in the park doing whatever.
Yeah, they were just.
Maybe that's the
No, in the beginning they show the back and Kimberly waves, and they sit in the rope in front.
Well, they're not sitting together because that's the Jason support group because he's not the leader anymore.
Yeah, that's right. Jason's like, I hate the fact that I'm not in charge anymore, stupid Tommy. Yeah, I hate it too. And then Trini's like, okay. Yeah, and then they all.
All right, so now what's the most memorable part about this episode for you guys?
Man, that's hard. I feel like the unveiling of like Billy's helmet and being like, what? You have 3 rules. There were so many ways to avoid this. And then Zordon at the end being like, yo, that's cool. Guess what? You guys are our secret keepers.
Yeah, they get invited to the command center.
Yeah. I was like, wait. You
I'm so glad you're
the
here.
identity,
You are now
and then
friends.
you take him back to Zordon, and they're like, listen to the man. Human, maybe a guy, floating head.
I love that.
Weird.
I love that
this
part.
isn't weird to me. I would be like,
Well, if that
that
happened to you, let's just say this was a real situation. This happens to you. Would you just be like, can you erase my memory? I don't want to know any of this.
oh my gosh, so it becomes like the Matrix thing of like, do you take the red pill or the blue pill?
Yeah.
I have a feeling I would go into that world and be like the one that betrays everybody. The guy's like, hey, you know what? I miss steak and I miss clothes and I miss like, I would be that. I'd be like, yes, I want the adventure. But I think somewhere along the line, I'd be like, I done messed up. I have regrets.
I have regrets. I have regrets. And they're like, what? And that's where everyone comes in. All of a sudden, all the agents are in there. You're like, no. And she's like, steak.
Right?
Just eating.
So that was this episode. This is, kind of historic in Power Rangers because Johnny Young Bosch stays with the show at this point for quite a while. We know that Karen has the shortest reign out of these 3 new actors. And Steve Cardenas actually makes it to the next incarnation, and just a little touch of Turbo, but not much after that. So that's foreshadowing the future. But right now, let's live in the present. And well, I guess this is technically the past because this was about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
24 years ago. Yeah, 24 years ago.
I gotta say, I do love how much they really focused on Karen Ashley through these 3. Like every time, it was like, oh, we're fighting her, blah blah. Here's a jump, and then they stay right on her face. She's like, yeah.
Here's my downside about the Aisha character.
Everyone.
The reason I like training so much more, though, is I don't really think that Aisha's her character's not, throughout her whole run, is never really distinguished being very different from Kimberly. Besides being a little bit nicer, but that's about it.
That's about it.
But not exceptionally smart.
Nothing that really pops out. Whereas
special.
at least with Adam, he's shy, he's reserved,
but
he grows into the character he becomes, right?
Sure.
And even with Rocky, I felt Rocky originally is kind of like a throwaway character, but then he digresses to being like dumb Rocky, which I love.
But they kind of pointed out that it was dumb Rocky at first, where he's talking and she's like, "Shut up!" Like
Well, yeah, I mean, once we get eventually deeper into the thing, he struggles with grades.
Oh yeah.
He just becomes like Rocky just wants to have fun. Like I don't care. Like and he's like the dumb one out of the group, and I think that's quite an interesting kind of like turn to take.
I think that's kind of encouraging though for kids that may not be
smart ones.
Yeah, like just not doing well academically, that they can still be a hero in their own way and help people, and you don't have to just be smart.
Hey,
like,
you can be stupid and still be a Power Ranger,
just like
kids.
schools in general, like academics don't really rate kids
properly. Well, because some people do learn differently.
Yeah.
So it's like, I understand that. That's very true. So you can't just always be upset at them.
So it's good to have like a goofy one who's not too serious. And
that's true. That's true.
Man, we had a little bit of an audience there for a second.
I love it.
And I'm surprised Jez didn't even ask, like, hey, where'd you guys? I think he was actually here for the show, Jezzer.
Come back.
We'll
have swag in the future.
But I think that was they specifically came to watch us. That's crazy. Anyway, this episode was quite entertaining to say the least, and it's a little different. I actually like the dynamic. I get this odd feeling that Jason David Frank is remarkably comfortable with the 3 new actors. It almost seems like he fits in way more with these 3 than he did the original 3, and you can almost tell that. I almost get this vibe of when you see him with them, that he's kind of like, okay, this is like my group now. Like you can almost see it like as like, well, I'm not the new guy. This is kind of like my team.
But I mean, it makes sense because the way that it was written too, that the 5 Power Rangers are always together, and Tommy's never part of it, and he's like, I want to hang out.
That's
I want to
true.
play basketball.
That's
Hey,
actually
can I
very
go to
true.
your competition?
Well, the way I see it, it's kind of like football, you know, where he comes in, he came in as the second string
string, yeah.
quarterback, you know, and then after time, blah, blah, you're doing really great. Boom, we're going to be on top. And then now we have a new season. It's high school. You're a senior. We're getting rid of some other people. We're bringing other people in. And, you know, it's like, yo, welcome to varsity team. And I'm your varsity quarterback. And this is what's happening. So he's got the ball. And I like that. He's calling the shots.
Now, guys, what do you rank this episode? And in the chat, what do you rank this episode? What do you guys rank it?
Out of 5, I'm going to
3
rate
episodes. We're going to do it as a group.
Yeah,
All 3
that
episodes?
makes sense.
Okay, out of all 3 episodes, out of 5 it being the highest and 1 being the lowest, so don't give me that 5.8 or 7 or something. Don't do that.
You should find out if he's.
I think I want to go for. I'm gonna say this one is all 3 solid 5. I enjoyed it.
Solid 5.
I enjoyed it.
High marks.
I enjoyed it. It was great for nostalgia. With the nostalgia factor, it was really heavy for it. I enjoyed the whole thing of like the wackiness that happened with the baby and everything. The moments that made me laugh, moments that made me say, "Oh, I'm gonna miss that," or "Oh, I like that," and "Dang, I didn't really get a goodbye." Like, there's so many things that went along with it. I was like, I enjoy it. So, 5.
Yeah.
I want to give it a 5 too, just because knowing what goes on behind the scenes, that they were able to clip
Yes.
all of this together
Yes.
with like stand-in actors, with old video things, and that, like, as a kid, I didn't notice. And even if it wasn't even for Jason's voice doing like the ADR, where it's like, that is 100% not him.
You right?
Like, I don't think I would have really noticed. And as a kid's show, it's like, oh no, you think they're there. Like,
Yeah.
I kind of was like under the impression, like, oh no, they're
still there.
They just don't have talking parts
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah.
Or not a whole lot.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5, and the reason why is because tricky editing. Like whoever the editors were in ADR, you know that like shit's hitting the fan at Saban, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody's like, all right, guys, we got to figure this out. We really got to figure this out. And they're like, all right, we got to bring in 3 new people. How are we going to do this? They didn't finish their lines. We need stand-ins. I give credit to the production coordinator of this episode.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever you
Hands
are,
down.
random production coordinator of Power Rangers.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
it's probably the only recognition whoever this dude's ever
In
gonna
a
get.
hellstorm, you were able to be like,
His life.
I'm holding it down.
At this moment, his life, he's barely sleeping. He's getting phone calls from like, "Hey, how come we don't have this? Come!" And, like, he's freaking out. I give credit to the PAs. They're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
It's just all the below the line people that had to make this work and made it work.
Like writing the story, trying to figure out what they have, what content can they work in, and
Yeah, the editors here.
Oh,
The
my
editors had to be
goodness.
so creative here in terms of like just giving, making things flow. Because how else do you really explain 3 people just leaving?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
and
It's
without saying a goodbye, without having any kind of
Because they were already gone by this point. They
Yeah.
already left. And we're just, all right, well, we got to keep going here.
But it
And-
also
and
tells
that's
you
crazy.
the time frame of like how they do ADR, because you start first getting the ADR in white light, and now you're saying that the actors are were gone in the last episode or in the last episode.
Yeah.
So it's like they were always 3 episodes ahead of shooting as opposed to ADR. That's interesting.
But still, that's really crazy because they're putting out all of these episodes where you would think Saban would try to buy some time of like, hey, let's give you guys a small raise, and if at the end of the season we're still doing well, we'll think about your contracts and everything else.
True.
Just to make it easier and less stressful, because I'm pretty sure you had to pay all these editing people overtime too, because it's like,
Oh,
what are we
boy.
doing?
But then again,
Maybe he
these
did the
guys-
same ultimatum. Was like, man, you want to get fired too, editor?
Well, no, but then again, you have to think about it. The editors are already like magical because
Yeah,
they have
from
to
the
take
beginning.
they have to take stuff from somewhere else, bring it, put it all together. Like there
Make
are
it
parts
look
where
like a story,
yeah,
and make it look
there
like
are
it's
parts-
all cohesive.
There are parts where monsters are from completely different episodes from one Sentai, completely different series of another Sentai.
Yeah.
They're putting it together, and here are these Rangers who aren't in any of this, and we're gonna put them in, and it still works.
Yeah.
So these guys already know how to do this. So they're like, oh, crisis time. They're like, all right, let's get it done. So I think they were. I think still, like you said, it was the boots on the ground. Like everyone that's literally on the set that was like, oh my god.
Well, in the chat, Matt gives it a 4.5. Thomas Franco 3.5. Blackwing 3.5. Earl gives it a 5. Jared gives it a 5. Edward Sanchez gives it a 5. Garland Benson gives it a 2.5. And Layla gives it a 3 out of 5. So we see that your marks are roughly, I mean, they're all about the same, though that Garland gave it a pretty low rating.
Yeah, wow.
But it is what it is. Now, guys, we got to talk about Angel Grove Prom. We got to get more promposals in. The event page is going to go live tomorrow. You're going to start seeing information flooding out of there. It's going to be obviously hosted by that hashtag show, Angel Grove Prom 2018. You can see the promposals that are going to be going on there. But we need more promposals. Now, here's the thing. Even if you don't want to ask somebody, just send in a video about like what you're looking forward to at Angel Grove Prom, and then we'll do a new series.
Or put yourself out there.
Put yourself
and then maybe
out there,
someone
like,
else
I'm
will
looking for
want
a
to
prom
ask
date.
you.
Yeah,
There you
exactly. That's a good idea.
I like that.
Like personal ads of like,
Yeah.
hey, this is what I like.
Hi.
We can hang out at
My
at
name's
Power
Daniel,
Market.
and I love the Black Ranger. Which Ranger do you love? And then, call Daniel at, whatever. It could be one of those.
Really funny, like, remember back then they did VHS like dating.
The VHS dating one?
I would love to see, put yourself out there. Let's get some promposals going. I want to see some new promposals. But for you that you don't know what promposals are, first of all, you can send them off to fanquestions@thathashtagshow.com or put them in our Facebook for That Hashtag Show or THS Power Rangers. For those of you that want to know what promposals look like, hit the video.
Jessica, will you be my date to the Angel Grove Prom?
Hi, Jonathan. Even though you should have chose Joe's side, don't worry, we'll get you on the right side. I will definitely go with you to the Power Rangers Prom. That would be awesome. Thank you for asking me, and I will see you in a few months. Bye.
Carlos Martinez, and this is my promposal video, and I would like to officially ask Cap Lugged to the Power Morphicon Angel Grove Prom.
And no, I did not in any way know Carlos was going to ask me. Nor did I think he was going to ask me, so I was definitely shocked when I found out. And I did react the best way I could by saying no, and liars would be like, oh, I can't believe you said no to him. Guys, let's be real. I was not going to plan on going with him as is, so I'm okay with saying no. However, in turn, there is something I would like to ask, and that something would be, Ernie, would you like to go to Angel Grove Prom with me?
What's up, guys? Journey here. So, oh my god. Holy shit. Someone actually asked me out to the Angel Grove Prom. What? Why? And it's none other than the amazingly kind and wonderful Cat. Thank you so much. Like, that would be so much fun to be able to go out with an awesome girl like Cat. But I'm stuck in a predicament. So, Carlos is my boy, my main road dog, and I just can't take his date away from him. There's some kind of code out there about that. I was talking about all three of us going together. That way, I can be the first hashtagger to have 2 dates. That's 2 more than Daniel. I mean, hey, there's plenty of journey to go around. So I am flipping this around. Kat, Carlos, will you both be my date for the Angel Grove Prom? Now listen, it's either the 3 of us or it's none of us. And no is not an acceptable answer.
L out to the hashtag show prom. It's not called that, it's called the Angel Grove Prom. I'm here to ask L out to the Angel Grove Prom thing.
Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. I'm super flattered that 2 people asked me to prom. And Derek, I'm so sorry, but MJ Spuds asked me first, so I'm gonna have to go with him. And I'm super excited to be able to go with you.
Oh, hey. I didn't realize I was holding my phone making a video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is JD. I'm a producer for that hashtag show, and I help produce most of the Power Ranger content on here. I'm a huge Ranger fan, and I've been to all the Power Morphicons. So it's crazy that this year we're throwing the official Angel Grove Prom at this Power Morphicon. So obviously I need a date. So I am asking Miss Kelly Bohart if you would be my date for the Angel Grove Prom. I don't know anyone I'd have more fun with, and I await your response. So let's party like it's 1993, guys.
Oh, hey. Hey, JD. I accept your offer to go to the Angel Grove Prom. See you there.
Hey, hashtag group. I want to make my video for the Angel Grove Prom. I would like to invite my Dahlia to be my integral prom date. So my name is Mikey Perez. I've been a fan of this group for a long time. This is my second Paramorphicon, so I would like to invite my Dahlia to be my date for the Paramorphicon date. So.
Hey guys, this is my new promposal video. This is going to be a promposal to Migdalia. So sorry to Robin Chan and to Mike Perez if that kinda messes up your plans. But hope to see you guys there at Angel Grove Prom.
Good morning, everyone. It's come to my attention that I owe a couple people a few answers about Paramorphicon, about Paramorphicon. So that's to Derek, to Mikey, and I guess now Jezzer. Basically, guys, my status of going to Paramorphicon is up in the air right now. A few weeks ago, I received a save the date for my cousin's wedding back in New Jersey, and it is taking place on August 18th. So I might actually be going to the wedding instead of to Paramorphicon, so I'm actually not going to be committing myself to any date right now. If I do decide, and that's going to actually be last minute, to go to Paramorphicon, it's just going to be easier for me to coordinate with Jezzer. So, Jezzer, I will accept just because you're like right there, and it's going to take no effort at all. I hope he doesn't take any offense to that. Anyway, guys, I'm really, really flattered, and I hope that you will find other dates to Paramorphicon, and I actually hope I can go, and I'll be able to see you there.
I was wanting to invite Megan Batoon. Would you be cool to come with me, go with me to Paramorphicon at Angel Grove Prom?
The Angel Grove Prom is coming up, and I can't wait to come. So I need a date. So I'm going to ask Sarah, would you be my date for the Angel Grove Prom?
In response to your proposal, I accept. I don't know how I'm going to get to Paramorphicon, but I trust you.
Oh, hey. So, I'm sure you're already aware, but Paramorphicon is going to be hosting the Angel Grove High School Prom. And it's crazy, but it's a little ways away. And I'm sure it's going to be fun. I can promise it's going to be fun. Because I can't think of anyone else I'd rather spend it with than with you. Which leads me to my next question. Diana Chen, would you do me the honor of going to the Angel Grove High School Prom with me? It would be a misdeed for the most beautiful girl of Angel Grove High to go with anyone other than myself. I patiently await your response.
Hi, Daryl. Thank you so much for the sweet prom video. Yes, I would like to go to prom with you. It's morphin' time!
All right, today I'm here to ask someone for a promposal for Paramorphicon this year, 2018. Now, a little bit of background on who I want to ask. Now, I have been a big fan of Power Rangers since 93. I mean, everybody has. Why not? So I am definitely going to go with the first person that always comes to mind when it comes to a Power Ranger crush or someone that I would definitely want to ask. So for my promposal, I would love to ask Amy Jo to Paramorphicon this year and hopes that she can go. All right, so hear from you soon, Amy Jo. If not, don't worry about it. And
Hey, hashtag show. This is Mikey. I decided to do another prom video. This is my last shot, so I decided to go hard on this one. I decided to invite Maverick to be my integral prom date for Promposal 18. So I'll wait for your reply.
Hey Mikey, it's Maverick with that hashtag show. I am so flattered. Everyone showed me your video and I think it is the sweetest, probably the only prom proposal I've ever been sent. So good for you. And I heard it was in August. So if I'm free, I know I will do my best to be alongside you. And if anything, just for a picture, because what girl doesn't love to get dressed up and have a gentleman escort them? So I look forward to it and I'll keep you posted.
I'm Daniel. You may remember me from such videos as running around with my pants off.
Okay.
Ready?
It's recording.
Ready?
Woo! Woo!
Also, well, I guess Riverdale. Fabricated a whole story.
Cheryl's got a disease,
Oh my
Daniel.
God.
Tell us what's the disease?
It's called diabetes. But this video is interesting because what I'm doing is asking you, Tony Sanchez,
You so fucking precious when you smile.
to Angel Grove Prom. Please do me the honor.
Okay, hi everybody. This is Tony with my best friend, partner in crime, Renee. Hi, Renee. And as we all know, a girl cannot just go ahead and accept a date unless her best friend signs off on it. So, Renee, thoughts, comments, concerns about Daniel Jerome?
I thought it was adorable.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he clearly respects you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little upset he didn't ask my permission first.
Very true. Very true. That's a big demotion. Yeah, big demerit right there. But ultimately, what do you think about me going to Angel Grove Prom with him?
I'm on board if you're on board. You're a grown-ass woman.
Am I though? I will go ahead and tell you, Daniel Jerome, I will go to prom with you. I have some conditions and some questions though. Number one, I'm told that this is a 90s prom. I will be dressed to theme then. I hope you will be too. Not required, but I really, really hope you will. Two,
which means required, by the way.
Yeah. Is this a corsage situation kind of thing? Just a question, not necessarily a request or a condition, just a question. So do with that what you will. I'm asking the question. What else? God, it's a 90s prom and stuff. Oh, also colors, yes. So you and I both know that I look great in black. Half of my closet is black. I also look really good in red. Blue is my favorite color, although green, gotta represent my Slytherin. All I'm saying is that yellow is the only color I will not wear. It makes me look like I have jaundice. Can't be done. But yeah, Daniel, I'm really excited. We're going to prom. Ah!
Hey guys, I'm with nobody right now. Alright, who are you? I'm nobody. And if I'm nobody, that makes you less than nobody, right? I can play that game, Ryan. Yeah, this is Jimmy. James, he's a graphic artist. And also, Jimmy, I can ask you something.
Sure, what's up?
Prom, please. No. Screw you then! Don't worry, I go to prom with you, buddy. Yay! Prom buddy thrower!
No. Too late. What do you say, yes or no?
So, guys, we have something special coming up. We are throwing the official Power Ranger party at Power Morphicon 2018 in August in Anaheim Convention Center. And we're doing this thing called the Power Ranger. It's called the Angel Grove Prom. Are you familiar with Angel Grove?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the theme of prom?
I love prom.
Did you go to your prom?
I went to every prom. I went before I was even able to go to prom, and I went the year after I graduated.
Wait.
For real.
You went the year after?
I got someone to ask me so I can go. I love prom so much. I've asked all the guys to prom. I've actually never been asked.
Really?
I've asked every single guy because I like being aggressive.
All right. Well, we're going to flip the tables here. So
What do you mean?
I'm hosting this along with the rest of our crew. And I was wondering if you would go to prom with me.
Oh man. I mean, this is kind of awkward.
This is awkward.
Because Jake kind of already asked me, but are you even gonna be in town that weekend? Oh, you're not. I mean, sorry, Jake. That's all you get again.
Oh, so I have a prom date.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
There we go. Perfect. Well, we'll see you at Angel Grove Prom 2018 at the Anaheim Convention Center. See you at Morphicon. So what we want is new promposals from you guys. Send them over to us at fanquestions@thathashtagshow.com. We want to see new promposals. Even if you don't have a date, put yourself out there.
Personal ads.
Yeah,
Yes.
maybe we can find some love connections or friend connections.
Yeah.
Connections in some way.
Love and expectation.
But I think that it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think we're gonna tear it up. Your first Morphicon.
Yes.
What convention do you think you're most excited for this year?
Comic-Con. I love San Diego Comic-Con. It's my favorite. Free swag. I love free stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
It used to be my favorite, but now it's become straight up work.
It's so much work, man. But the free stuff is always great, but it's a lot of work.
Hey, guess
Preview
what?
night?
When you're talking to me, I'm live. So
Wow.
Those are facts.
when the Comic-Con's just grueling.
Yeah.
It feels like you're out there for 5 days roughly, but it feels like I've been out there for like 2 months.
But the thing is, and our schedule just gets bigger and bigger. Like, we go there and we're like, okay, these are like 4 or 5 things we definitely need to do, or, well, 10 things we definitely need to do, and we got them. We're gonna do them. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, hey, you guys, hashtag, you guys want to also interview blah, blah, yada, yada? Dang, that's another big thing. All right, that's 11. All right, that's 12, 13, 14. You're getting calls from everyone else. Oh, we just got this. And you're like, oh, God.
Life is
It's
hard
so
when
much
you're
work.
popular.
Well, you're going
It's so much
to be out
work.
there this year with us.
Yeah, you're going to be there, so.
I will be there.
Oh.
I will be there.
She didn't say with you. She said, I will be there.
I got my badges, got my hotel room. I'm super stoked.
Well, I know this year's could be a little easier because the actors are coming to us this year, which I'm stoked about. So Momoa, we're going to be talking to Momoa. I do know that officially.
I will be in the background. Like, I'm gonna be squatting babu, like looking through like a little peephole, being like, yes.
She's like, I'm operating the camera. No, it's automated. I'm operating the camera.
There's going to be a lot of us out there. I know you're going. I'm going. You're going.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Sarah's going. Jezzer's going.
Yeah.
Kelly's going.
Tony's going.
Migdalia's going.
Nikki's
Tony's going. Almost everybody
Yeah.
is going from
Rob.
hashtag show. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Him?
I didn't go last year.
Oh man, you
Going
missed
this year.
out. Last year was crazy. You missed out on the hashtag house.
I know.
The
What?
hashtag house. Oh yeah, the
Pizza?
because we got sponsored. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, enough about us. More about can't wait till Elle gets to Space and Time Force. Well, that'll be about 4 years. But anyway, I think
Man, that is some
by the
time
time
away.
we get there, I mean, we'll get there. Realistically, I'm actually surprised we're so far in the season.
Yeah,
two.
we're doing with the whole 3 episode thing. We're doing pretty well.
We're gonna be out of Mighty Morphin by the end of this year, which is crazy to me. That's kind of crazy.
Jeez.
Maybe even sooner than that.
Well, I mean,
But when we get to Zio, it gets really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Mighty Morphin. It's just once we get to season 3 is kind of like strange because you could tell towards the end of season 2 and season 3, some stuff was shot in Australia when they were doing the movie. So it's kind of like they were like trying to balance both. Like, hey, we got to do this movie, but we still got to make a TV show. And it's like, oh man, like you could kind of tell that it's wearing on them. And then actually, when Kimberly ends up leaving, spoiler alert, she actually gets a proper send off, like a whole full-on story arc about like her replacement. And also, it's our first Power Ranger love triangle.
Yes.
So it was quite interesting as well. But let's talk about nothing. My mind went blank there for a second. That's pretty much it, guys. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. We do want more promposals. We want you to send more videos in.
You also want them to come in if you're free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing we didn't say is like a lot of people have asked us about Angel Grove Prom. It is free if you have a Power Morphicon badge. So if you have a Power Morphicon badge, it is free. We want to give you the experience of a prom. We want to give you the experience of going to something without having to pay for it, because we feel that there's so many people that are going to be paying for this convention in general that you're going to be spending money on entrance. You're going to spend money on any toys you want to buy. You're going to spend money on meeting the actors, hotel. So we just want to give you guys an experience. But that's not the only experience we're going to give you. You get to meet Daniel Jerome.
Hey, that's
Battlestar
right.
Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica himself. But besides me, you get to meet LT.
And Joe, ask him for autographs.
Actually,
that's it. He loves it.
He loves it.
He won't
like
have-
every person, if you have the time, walk over, not to Joseph actually, but walk over to Cookie Face and tell him.
Well, you're not
I
actually
need your
going
autograph,
to.
Cookie Face.
I
And
won't.
print out pictures of them to sign.
Oh,
I
they
actually
design.
won't be there as much as you think because there's a lot going on.
Life
And that's
is
true.
hard
That's
when
why I
you're
said go to Cookie
popular.
Face.
But you'll be able to meet everybody else and get autograph pictures and stuff like that. Jezzer signed some autographs yesterday. I
That's hot.
would like to also say that with Morphicon right around the corner, it's only 94 days away, I believe. So if you haven't gotten your passes, go get them now. There's going to be a lot of fun things. But the experience of Angel Grove Prom for a lot of you guys, that's the all right. So Blackwing, this is the second. You're the same. The guy that I met yesterday, same thing. So this is the first time I saw Joe. I was surprised how tall he was. Like, I'm not a super tall guy by any means, but everyone thinks I'm way shorter than I really am. It's the strangest thing. Like, is that not what happened yesterday?
I was getting excited. I thought he was talking about me.
Yeah, he was like the dude yelled to me.
Jezzer was like, "B,"
and the guy yesterday he was like, "Hey man, I'm actually really surprised. Like, I thought you were going to be a lot shorter in person."
I don't get
How
this.
tall do you people think I am?
Yeah, right.
Like,
You stand. I'll zoom out. You stand up.
all right, so but it's not going to make any reference
Yeah, it's
because
not
they're,
gonna-
they're like they don't know how tall these two are.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, so they don't get it, and they just think like automatically, oh, well, you're short, and it's like, is it short because they're like, oh, you're Asian, you're short? Is that what they think?
I'm half Asian, but
Yeah,
I'm
I'm like,
not.
is that what you think? Like, I want to know why.
I'm considerably a lot taller than most Asian males.
Yeah.
Same thing, Asian
It's
females.
at my
pretty tall,
parents'
too.
I'm really
cabin.
tall.
It's at Daniel's parents' cabin. That's where the after party
But
was.
it's so strange to me. I wonder why people think that. You look shorter on
Google it.
camera. And
Maybe because you're always sitting, they think you don't have legs.
But I stand
That
sometimes.
could be it.
Yeah,
That, they're
they
just,
just don't think you have legs.
This is what
They
I
never
see.
see
There's
them.
no legs.
Anyway, for those of you that like fun facts, I am like 6 foot even. So if anybody has any questions, what 6 foot looks, I'm 6 foot even.
A tape measure.
Tape measure, I'm 6 foot even. So
I'm ready to
I
meet
hope
Joe now.
I hope that rests all your questions. I'm not 5. Jezzer's 5'2". I'm 6 foot even. You're 5'2". 5'3". Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh.
people say it on the camera. You don't look that tall.
So
I don't know. Like I'm trying
I'm
to
not
figure
that
out.
tall. I'm not. I mean, it's not. It's like an average height male.
Yeah, standing next to
He's shorter.
Yoshi,
So funny
standing
enough,
next
everyone
to-
thinks that Daniel's taller than me. Daniel's actually shorter.
I'm shorter than him. I'm 5'11".
Yeah. Everyone's like,
Yeah.
How tall are you?
5'6". I'm pretty tall.
Yeah.
For a female.
Surprisingly enough, like for those of you who want to know, Jessica's 5'9".
Yeah.
Sarah's about 6 foot tall.
Sarah about 6 feet.
Rob's 6'1".
Yeah.
Yeah. Ro
Pretty much
is
almost.
also 6 feet tall.
Miggy's like 5.
Miggy's 5'4".
Yeah.
She's not 5'4". We're about the same.
Well,
Yeah,
she's
that's
taller
it,
than you.
that's Tony's short too. Yeah.
Tony's 5'4".
Tony's
Yeah, so
5'4".
we're all right. It's so weird that everyone is so surprised by.
Right.
I mean, dude, even this other guy. Remember Son? This little guy came up to me once.
Oh,
He's
my
like,
God,
"Yo,"
he was doing this.
He was drunk. He goes, I thought we were the same height, and he's trying to measure us, and he's like this. I'm like,
He
"Bro, we're
literally has
not
to
the
look
same
up
height."
to you, and he went, "Wow, I thought we were the same height." If
No.
you have to look up, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do this part. Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah. So anyway,
Oh my God, look at the roll call of height.
yeah, I think it's
didn't
so
know
funny.
that.
I think it's so funny when people meet me.
Mikey's 5'4".
I think he seems like a shorter dude, but I think it's so funny when people. Man, Thomas Franco, you're 5'3". I thought you would be like.
I thought
6
you were
foot tall.
6 feet tall, dude. See, okay, so now
No,
we
we're
get, now
stuck.
we're doing it. Now we're doing it because I thought you were 6 feet, dude. I really did. Wow,
That's crazy. Yeah. So for those of you that meet me, don't be shocked. I'm a little taller than average.
Than you
Yeah,
appear
than
to be
than the average
on-
person, I guess.
on TV.
Blackwing's 5'10".
I think it's funny. I met Blackwing, and he was like, he said it to me. He was like, I thought you were gonna be shorter.
He said to me, "You're
Matt-
shorter than I thought."
Matt's 5'7".
So yeah, Edward's 5'8". I thought Edward was gonna be like 6'2".
I thought Edward Sanchez. Really, I thought you were like 6 something, man. Dude.
Anyway,
it's crazy.
that's enough about our heights. I don't even know how this conversation started because it was weird. This is like every
Tangents, man.
person that meets me thinks I'm like Jezzer's height or something, or Daryl. Probably Daryl's height. They probably think I'm like 5'7".
Oh, did
right?
you
5'8".
see the creepiest post Jezzer put up about
Oh
Daryl
yeah, I like
photobombing him?
that.
What?
Oh my
Like
God! You
years
should kind of
ago.
put that. You should throw that in.
Yeah,
we
is
can
there a
see.
way that you
okay.
could put a
What are you
At Power
talking about?
Morphagon
On Instagram?
in 2012.
Did they know each other at the time?
They did
Oh,
not.
2014.
Until like last year.
He didn't know Daryl until 3 years after this, and he's taking a photo with some people, and there's a guy all the way in the back.
I'll put this in
photobombing
there.
him.
Yeah.
and it's Daryl. I was like, what in the world is this thing? Like,
I was just looking at it.
It's so
I
crazy.
was looking for my space Power Rangers in space picture, and then like I looked.
Oh wow!
There's some douchebag in the background. I was like, who is that? It's freaking Daryl.
Yeah, so he's looking like
That's
yeah,
like
exactly.
Lost.
Right?
Yeah, it's like Lost. How the connection happened because he said he was looking at the picture. If you guys couldn't hear him, he was looking at the picture and he's like, "Who is this douchebag photobombing me?" He zooms in. And it's Daryl.
So
Our Daryl,
funny.
guys.
And you didn't know him at the time, huh?
He didn't know him until 3 years later.
That's crazy.
Oh my god. And I
Yeah.
asked Daryl, did Daryl know anyone in the picture? No. So I'm like, you just photobombed some random people from like, so many
I mean,
feet away?
it is kind of interesting though because certain people that I've run into, it's like there was something else that was very similar to that.
I
Where
have some random pictures before I even met you.
Oh, with me? Yeah, that's true. That's true. We have a few.
I think
And was
there's
like, how is
I
this
think there's
possible?
also like a random picture that like Jezzer's in that I'm in with Yoshi, that I didn't really know you at the time.
Ah.
So it's all connected. It's all super weird. Anyway, if you look deep into that background, that guy in the back there, that
Zoom in
creepy
and
guy.
hands.
Yeah, can you
Zoom in and hands.
Zoom in and hands.
That creepy guy in the background, in between the Yellow Ranger and Alpha, that's Daryl. If you can see him, he is a clown. That's going to do it for the show, though, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We love talking retro. Next week, we're going to be back with 3 more episode reviews. And this is going to be 3 episodes until they become official Rangers.
Yes. Yes.
So
I'm excited.
It's going to be interesting. And I'm really curious to see how they use this footage of Jason, Zach, and Trini creatively. I think this is the best part of this era. Because you're going to get like 9 episodes of it. So.
I agree. I love Johnny Young Bosch's work. His like all his movement and everything so quick. Like when he gets in the ring and he's like, blah, blah, blah. He's so quick, and I'm just like, dang, this dude is like a pro.
I actually think Johnny Young Bosch may have been the
love
best martial artist out of them.
Yeah, because
he
it
was the most
so
athletic.
quick and it was just like immediately.
And he's still in great shape as well.
Guy's amazing.
Matt, there's no more Call It in the Ring. If you want to bring that show back, use the hashtag Call It in the Ring.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's canceled.
Yeah. Sorry.
Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Where can people find you on the Soch?
I'm LT on Instagram.
Spelled
ELLE.TEA. It's right there.
You?
Perfect. I'm Battlestar Galactica on Instagram.
Where can people see you next?
You can see me next on Gingerdale is now done for a little bit, so you'll see me next week here again, and also on Power Rangers on Saturday. I'll find something else to be on.
Find me right here at that hashtag show. Thursdays, we have Star Wars and Infinity Watch, so check us out there. And join us here. We're at the Comic Bug in Manhattan Beach, California. We had some people who were here earlier today. If you live in the Southern California area, come and join us live. We're going to have free giveaways coming up soon and fun things to do. Thank you so much for joining us. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button to stay up to date with everything trending
in geek pop culture. We did it.